Now on Good Morning Northwest, Bryan Kohberger begins his life sentence as police release more than 300 new documents. The inappropriate behavior and disturbing questions that raised red flags.
And we are heating up the day. Who's going to hit 90 degrees and how long you'll be feeling these warmer temperatures in my first alert forecast.
And an early morning fire torches a home in Meade. What we're learning about it. It's coming up. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Thursday, July 24th. Meteorologist Matt Gray starts off with our first alert forecast.
And we are definitely feeling like it is back to summer. After getting well into the 80s yesterday, I'm expecting quite a few areas to end up right around 90 degrees this afternoon. And we're feeling it already with temperatures this morning. Temperatures are just a little bit warmer, right in the low 60s, which is typical for when we get some of these hotter days. Air quality has been going back and forth between good and moderate this morning. That is likely to continue. The air was very still yesterday, so any smoke and haze was kind of planted where it was or slowly spread across our area. Here's temperatures elsewhere in the I-90 corridor. 52 in Deer Park, 58 in Hayden. Post Falls starting off at 56 this morning with 60s all the way from Spokane Valley out to Fairchild. We will warm up much quicker today than we have been recently because we're going to see mid-80s by lunchtime. Remember, those were our highs yesterday, so we will end up in the upper 80s, low 90s, and we're going to stay in that hotter realm for an extended period of time. Here's your highs across our I-90 corridor region, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene for this afternoon. I'm tracking even hotter weather in your extended forecast coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. We start this half hour with a breaking news of a house fire in Meade. Firefighters arrived to find flames on the outside of a house on Chatham Avenue between Wilson and Sheridan around 2:30 this morning. Fire District 9 officials tell us working smoke detectors alerted the family inside. Everyone made it out safely. At this point, we don't know what started that fire.
Today is quadruple killer Bryan Kohberger's first full day of his life sentence. Just a few hours after yesterday's sentencing in the U of I murders case, the Moscow Police Department started releasing new documents in the case.
And while they don't give us a why, they do shed some light on Kohberger's life before the murders and insight into his personality. One of those documents, an interview with a former teaching assistant who worked with Kohberger at the university, or rather Washington State University. While the name's redacted, this person talks about how they and Kohberger worked as TAs for the criminology program at WSU. They initially considered Kohberger a friend and described him as intelligent but also selfish. They went on to say they thought Kohberger used his position as a TA as a way to inappropriately interact with female students, saying he thought Kohberger wanted a girlfriend and talked about it often. This person also said Kohberger liked to talk about his area of study, which was criminal decision-making and burglary-type crime.
Another document outlines an interview investigators had with a woman who matched with Kohberger on the popular dating app Tinder. She said during their conversation, they talked about horror movies they enjoyed. And then Kohberger asked her what she thought was the worst way to die. She said she thought it would be by knife, and Kohberger then asked her something to the effect of, like a K-bar. She said she eventually stopped talking to Kohberger because his questions made her uncomfortable. More than 300 documents relating to the case were released yesterday. If you'd like to read each one of them, you can find the story. It's up right now on KXLY.com. And Kohberger will most likely spend the rest of his life here at the Idaho State Maximum Security Prison.
Yeah, this facility in Kuna, southwest of Boise, can hold up to 535 of the most dangerous and volatile inmates. Some of them spend 23 hours a day in a cell. Prison officials say inmates serving life sentences are often the, quote, easiest to manage because they know that prison is always, will be, and is now and always will be their home. Idaho Governor Brad Little took to X to share his thoughts on yesterday's sentencing.
In that statement, reading in part, quote, Maddie Mogen, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin are 4 beautiful souls Idahoans will never forget. One by one, we heard their loved ones' gut-wrenching statements at the sentencing hearing, and a theme emerged. We are united. We are united in healing, united in loving one another, and most of all, united in supporting the families and friends of Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan today and forever.
Really, really tough day yesterday for everyone involved in it.
Absolutely.
It's now 4 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray as we're waking up this morning to a hot day.
Yeah, it's going to be a little toasty. We may have kind of maybe have forgotten a little bit how that feels because how comfortable it was over the past several days here now. So for a lot of us, our first 90-degree weather in almost a week this afternoon. We'll take a look coming up.
Women Uber riders and drivers now have more control over their rides. The company's new preference feature puts safety first. We'll explain the new options just ahead.
And Attorney General Pam Bondi briefed President Trump about his name appearing in the Jeffrey Epstein files. We have details of that conversation coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Mira Joy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood.
For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mira Fiber.
Children's Miracle Network provides life-saving care to children facing serious health challenges. The nonprofit helps kids like this year's champion, Mira.
Mira was born prematurely and diagnosed with a cleft lip and palate. She spent her first 11 weeks in Sacred Heart's NICU. With the help of Children's Miracle Network, she's lived up to the meaning of her name, Miracle.
On Thursday, July 24th at Spokane Area Dutch Bros, Numerical will donate $1 for every drink purchased to Children's Miracle Network up to $10,000.
Cheers!
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
So Scott, 60 years at Ziggy's is a long time. I mean, you're not quite that old, but there's been people here a long time.
Yeah, that's true. Not only did the 60-year legacy of the store come into play, but a lot of our employees have been here for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and we've even had a couple hit 50 years. The experience that we have to help anybody with most any question they come in with, we have the staff to do it.
Yeah, you got somebody who's knowledgeable to ask questions. I need questions answered. Ziggy's!
Yeah, Ziggy's.
In over your head with the price of doing laundry these days? Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Liquid Detergent cleans 3 times more loads than premium tile detergent at the same price. Clean deep without spending deep.
It's 8 minutes after 6. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Sources say Attorney General Pam Bondi briefed President Donald Trump in May about the Justice Department's review of documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein case.
According to sources familiar with this discussion, Bondi told Trump his name appeared several times in the files. 2 White House officials characterized this conversation as, quote, a routine briefing, and the discussions did not focus on Trump's name appearing in the files. The sources added that some files included several unsubstantiated claims that the Justice Department review found not to be credible, including those related to Trump.
An injunction on enforcement of President Donald Trump's effort to block birthright citizenship will stand for now. A district judge issued that injunction earlier this month, and yesterday the 9th Circuit upheld it. The Trump administration challenged it, arguing it was unlawful for the court to issue universal relief. The injunction blocks the order from being enforced against any baby born after February 20th.
Tesla reported a double-digit drop in earnings for the second quarter following a record sales drop. The electric car company's adjusted net income was $1.4 billion. That's a drop of $419 million from a year ago. These drops have been attributed with backlash from CEO Elon Musk's political activities and increased competition for electric vehicles.
Uber is launching a new women preferences feature in the U.S. It will allow women riders to see a women driver's option when they request a ride on demand or in advance. Riders can also set a preference option, and women drivers will have the option to request trips with women riders, including during peak earning hours. The company says testing in overseas markets generated overwhelmingly positive feedback. The pilot feature is starting in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Detroit in the next few weeks.
Takeaways today in your forecast: a hot and breezy Thursday, a part of a long stretch of dry and warm weather we are about to go through. We'll show you how hot we're looking long term coming up.
Today marks 1 week since Sarah Doxey, the COO of Chaz Health and a mother of 2, was killed in a hit and run while out on a run with her friend. The Spokane teenager, who's accused of driving that SUV that hit her, pleaded not guilty in court yesterday morning. The 17-year-old is charged with vehicular homicide, vehicular assault, and failure to remain at the scene of an accident and driving without a valid license. As of this point, he has not been charged as an adult for these crimes. Court documents say the teen hit Sarah July 16th around 5:30 in the morning, then ran the SUV into a tree. The teen then got out of the car and ran through the Manitou Country Club golf course, making it all the way down to the Eagle Ridge neighborhood before police found him. Officers say the teen smelled of alcohol and had bloodshot and watery eyes, and determined there to be probable cause that he was involved in this crash.
Vehicular homicide alleged to be committed on or about July 16th, 2025. What is your plea?
Not guilty.
Yesterday, the 17-year-old appeared virtually in juvenile court, where he had the charges read to him, pleading not guilty to all 4. Good morning, Northwest time right now, 6:11.
Rabies cases are rare but deadly. Spokane County residents recently encountered a rabid bat. Coming up a little later, one woman's experience and the critical signs every family needs to know.
Plus, why grabbing a cup of coffee at your local Dutch Bros today will go much further than just your own caffeine jolts. We'll explain. It's coming up a little later here on Good Morning Northwest.
Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. You're invited to a free event July 30th at the Southside Senior Activity Center. This is an emergency preparedness workshop designed to help older adults and family caregivers in Spokane County take practical steps in the event of an emergency. Come together with others and walk away with the confidence to face emergencies big or small. Connect with your neighbors, local experts, and support organizations and work together to build a safer, more resilient Spokane. Find out more and register at this website.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops.
One call, that's all means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
I see a vision of your future. It's crystal clear.
Really?
Yes, Chuck. I see you behind the wheel of a shiny new car.
A new car? Tell me more.
You're making a splash with a lifetime powertrain warranty and lifetime oil changes.
That sounds great.
In the future, you'll be chock full of joy.
Drive into your future today at Lithia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat of Spokane. Let's go.
It's the More Furniture Anniversary Sale with unbeatable savings on premium mattresses. Choose from premium brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy, and get 72 months interest-free financing. That's 72 equal monthly payments, no interest, and no money down. Plus, free white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress. It's our way of saying thank you for letting us be a part of your homes, your memories, and your lives. 48 years and counting. More Furniture, where everyone gets more for less.
It started with a drive down 8th Avenue.
Wow, what is this place?
A permanent year-round market rooted in sustainability, equity, and community. BECU stepped in with trust-based philanthropy and a commitment to the community.
Our partnership with Scale House is helping our members, it's helping our community grow, thrive, get access to food.
From arts to agriculture, Scale House Market is a place where people grow together.
One of the most iconic bands in rock history, George Thorogood and the Destroyers, bring the Rock Party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's now 6:15. Well, starting in September, people in North Idaho and Eastern Washington will lose access to books from 27 libraries. The Cooperative Information Network, or CIN, is breaking up after 14-member libraries voted to end their partnership. For years, the network shared books, digital materials, and programs across the region. But the Community Library Network says the CIN isn't following Idaho state law, so the partnership can't continue.
It most definitely benefits a lot of our small rural libraries that maybe don't have the budget for books that some of the bigger networks have.
Some worry this decision will limit what books people have access to, especially communities with smaller libraries. The end of this program does not mean you cannot access libraries in other districts. It just means that after September 30th, you may have to pay for that access.
Well, we are taking a live look this morning to start to our Thursday here as we inch closer to the weekend. A beautiful day to start.
Beautiful day and a great morning to grab a cup of coffee at Dutch Bros.
Oh, look at them.
This is a live look right now at some of our friends at one of the Dutch Bros locations in Spokane. All of the local stands today are holding a Miracle Coffee Day to help support kids in our area. So this is put on by Dutch Bros and Numerica Credit Union. $1 from every drink sold there today will be donated to Spokane Children's Miracle Network. They hope to raise $10,000 today. Iced coffee.
Yeah.
That sounds really great when you look at that bright sunshine this morning.
And helping kids in our area. It all stays local. So it's any of our Spokane area Dutch Bros stands, which is awesome.
Hey, look, we don't need many excuses to go grab another coffee.
Twist my arm.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Support some good causes here today. Boy, I would love one of those espresso makers. You know, the big ones.
Yeah.
I got a little one. I like the big ones. It's like a dream.
I might have to run out for coffees here in a little bit, so tell me your orders. Or we could have Logan bring us some. He's there right there.
Hey, Logan.
Right.
Hey, Logan. Yeah, what's up? All right, let's talk about your weather because we have been quite comfortable with our temperatures for several days now. We had kind of one little toasty day last Friday, but otherwise our temperatures have been staying consistently average to below average for more than a week now. Well, this will be the beginning of when things head in the opposite direction. Here are your highs for today. Right about 90 degrees. We'll see upper 80s across much of North Idaho to right around 90 for St. Mary's, close to 90 in Pullman, 100 in the LC Valley, or at least very close to that, kind of that 98, 99, 100 range. We'll see mid-90s across the Columbia Basin. We are going to cool off a little bit for the weekend, which is going to mean that we're going to have almost picture-perfect weather for Saturday and for Sunday, and it'll be a little cooler Friday as well. It's because of this storm up in BC, which is not going to come down here. So if you have weekend plans that you don't want to get rained on, well, there's some good news there as well. Then things start heading the opposite direction. Building high pressure over the central U.S. begins to push warmer, dry air into our region. And look what happens. There will be a slight chance for early next week for maybe 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms. Mostly, though, I think those are going to end up in our mountainous areas. And then we have this huge high-pressure ridge in these orange colors that stretches all the way up to the Canadian Northern Territories here. So we are talking about a major weather influence that is going to be sticking around for a while. It is going to take a lot to break through that dome of heat. And look what happens here as we get into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, instead of being hovering in the 80s, how about mid-90s? And you know there's going to be some upper 90s, and there's going to be folks flirting with the low 100s as you work your way down to the Tri-Cities and the LC Valley region. And even beyond that, into kind of 6, 7, 8, 9 plus days from now, we still have very good odds, according to the U.S. Climate Prediction Center, for seeing warm temperatures. So it looks like the dog's days of summer are just around the corner, and that means what a great weekend to go camping and enjoy these conditions while they're still here. Bridgeport State Park, right along the Columbia River, a great place to do that near the Chief Joseph Dam. Here's what we've got for your 7-day forecast. Just a little recap of what you can expect for your temperatures. So it didn't feel like summer for most of this last week. That is over definitively.
And it sure is back. Summer.
It's hot. Matt, thanks.
Full force.
Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:19.
Now, we are just 45 days away from the Seahawks battling it out with the 49ers in week 1 of the NFL season and exactly 2 weeks away from their first preseason game. Just ahead, hear from Coach Mike Macdonald on his expectations for the team going into fall training camp. That's next in Morning Sports.
Thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest. Happy Thursday. Only one more day till Friday. We'll see you after the break.
Woohoo.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And get 48 months, no interest financing. The anniversary sale, on now at Furniture Row.
We invite you to Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Missisquoi.com.
First, they dip into science. Then, they dip into yum. Everyone will love the combination of crunchy sticks and creamy Nutella. Nutella and go. Dip into yum.
Figuring out how to best care for a senior in your family can be overwhelming. That's why several Spokane senior living communities have joined forces to bring you helpful, timely videos at kxly.com/seniorliving. Get expert advice, find trusted resources, and prepare your family for the future. Become informed because we know the needs of your loved ones will continue to change. Visit kxly.com/seniorliving today for helpful information and for people you can contact with your questions.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hard dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One-A-Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One-A-Day, science that matters.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
During July, Chevy drives America. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with around $8,000 in total value. That's 15% below MSRP. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off all Doctor's Choice Original and Hybrid. Or save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score 48 months no interest plus free shipping. But hurry, the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. The Seattle Seahawks opened up their 2025 fall training camp yesterday out in Renton, Washington. First look for many fans of the new Seahawks gearing up for the preseason in just a few weeks. Now, only the Hawks season ticket holders got to glimpse their new squad, for the rest of the camp opens fully to the public later on this week. And fresh faces like Cooper Kupp here and returners like Devin Weatherspoon and Jackson Smith-Njigba return for the grass for fans to watch for the first time in months. Head coach Mike Macdonald spoke to the media following this first full day of fall practice.
Bring it on. You know, I mean, yeah, we want to win the championship. But in order to do that, we have to become a championship team. We have to become the team that we're trying to be. We have a vision for our team of who we want to be, and we believe that vision is a team that the 12s are going to be really proud of. But it takes time. You know, we got to put it together. We got to do all the work. We got to do all the meetings. We got to do all the reps.
A lot of reps ahead for the Seahawks, continuing their training camp with 1 p.m. sessions coming up tomorrow and Saturday, and they'll have another 3 practices next week as they prepare again for the preseason to start next month. And not a great night for the Spokane Indian batters, falling flat, 6-hit, 1-run scoring loss, dropping game 2 of their 6-game series against Everett 4-1. Now, no batters on either side had multiple hits. Spokane's middle of the order dead silent, and both sides miserable with runners in scoring position. 1 for 15, that 1 hit, an Everett run. Indians look to turn it around in a rare weekday early game. First pitch against those Aqua Sox game 3 just after high noon. That's all from Morning Sports. Tune in at 6 and 11 tonight for more local sports action.
Yeah, wear your sunscreen to that game today.
That's for sure.
It's now 6:24.
A bear attack forces trail closures in Alaska. A hiker calls for help using her smartwatch after being mauled deep in the wilderness. We have the dramatic story of her rescue that's coming up.
Plus, a deadly aviation mystery in Russia. A passenger plane with more than 40 people on board crashes during landing. What investigators are looking for. As we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what's behind Florida's string of summer shark bites?
I was just about to get it unhooked, and she got spooked and started flailing around, thrashing. She went upside down, and then she just kind of rolled.
This is the moment diver Jeff Joel was bitten by a lemon shark. Joel was trying to free the shark from some diving gear. He received 40 stitches, but Joel says he'd do it again, speaking out to GMA.
Anytime I see some, shark or any animal in distress, I'm going to help them. I know the sharks pretty well. I've never been bitten by a shark, and I've been around them, bull sharks and everything. I mean, at least a dozen bull sharks at a time, and they've never had an issue. This was just something where a shark was scared.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on these shark encounters and hear from the survivors. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Oquendo, ABC News, Miami.
The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like I was losing interest in the things I love. Then I found a chance to let in the light.
Discover Caplyta. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta is proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, and dry mouth. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor how Caplyta can help you let in the light. Find savings at Caplyta.com.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Quality Spas of Spokane.
It's a summer roundup. This week at Cal, over 300 rigs have been strategically priced low like a stampede of savings.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
Trade up to a better set of wheels while you lower your monthly payment. Plus, special financing was brought in so you can get a fun new ride for summer.
And $44 down is all you need.
During the summer roundup this week at Cal.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers. Integrated, innovative, inspired.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker, following stories people are reading online this morning.
President Zelensky is facing major protests this morning over a controversial anti-corruption law. The law puts 2 top watchdog agencies under control of the prosecutor general, and critics say it could derail Ukraine's push to join the European Union. Thousands have taken to the streets, accusing the government of trying to weaken anti-corruption watchdogs during war. Zelensky says the move is aimed at fighting Russian influence, but after growing public pushback, he's now promising changes.
2/3 of Americans who use Medicaid believe a new budget law will hurt their families. The KFF health tracking poll released today finds 65% of Americans on Medicaid say the sweeping tax and budget law that President Donald Trump signed this month will hurt their families. Only 1 in 5 say it will help. Perceptions of how the law will affect families vary by political party. Most Democrats and more than half of independents say the bill will mostly hurt them, while just more than half Republicans say it will help.
Authorities closed a trail system in Anchorage, Alaska since a bear attacked a hiker. The woman was hiking alone deep into the trail hiking system when it mauled her. The hiker called for help using her smartwatch, informing officials that she couldn't move. The fire department says it was difficult for rescue crews to reach her due to the terrain. Thankfully, drones helped locate her. When responders finally got to her, they took her to a hospital by a helicopter. The woman is currently stable with some non-life-threatening injuries, but that bear hasn't been found yet. Scary.
Wow, yeah.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for joining us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Today is Thursday, July 24th. That story makes me think I want to always have my watch on.
I know, me too.
I was checking with meteorologist Matt Gray and your first alert forecast.
Yeah, kind of makes you think, doesn't it? All right, 62 degrees right now, a little bit warmer this morning as we are going to see the warmest weather all week. And in fact, probably the warmest weather we've seen in perhaps over a week in many areas. Our air quality is down a little bit this morning. We've been going back and forth between good and moderate. Some areas are going to get a little bit smokier this morning. The firefighters out in the Lake Spokane fire, they're clearing some brush and some steep terrain within the fire perimeter to try and reduce some of those fuels. So there will be a little bit of extra smoke this morning. Winds are going to blow that towards places like Deer Park, Loon Lake, Deer Lake, and eventually towards Simon Lake and Newport if it gets that far. Winds are pretty light this morning, but they will begin to pick up as we head into this afternoon. And we'll see some hot temperatures. As I mentioned, we'll show you how warm coming up.
Matt, thanks. So we are following some breaking news. A passenger plane crashed in Russia. There were more than 40 people on board, including several children. Officials say there are no survivors.
That flight was headed towards the town of Tindo when it lost contact during landing. It had already tried to land once, but then circled back for a second attempt. Rescue crews found the wreckage in a remote wooded area, and now investigators are trying to figure out what went wrong. The aircraft vanished from radar during the second landing attempt, and officials say weather may have been a factor with fog and low visibility in the area. The plane was found burned and broken apart in a forest. Investigators will determine if mechanical failures or a pilot error brought down that plane. Now we're turning to some disturbing new details revealed overnight about Bryan Kohberger, the man who killed 4 University of Idaho college students.
Yeah, police are revealing new information about the night of the murders, just hours after Kohberger's sentencing. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
Overnight, authorities releasing hundreds of documents about the murders of 4 University of Idaho students at the hands of Bryan Kohberger. The documents, in gruesome detail, explain how the bodies of Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were found after being stabbed at their off-campus home. One victim found with more than 50 wounds. Police who initially responded reported an intense struggle had occurred with some of the victims. An interview with one of 2 surviving roommates, Bethany Funk, also now emerging. She told police that just days before the murders, Goncalves told her she had seen an unknown man near their house staring at her while she took her dog for a walk. The new details come just hours after Kohberger was forced to face the friends and families of his victims at his sentencing hearing. Kaylee Goncalves' father moving the podium to look directly at the man who killed his daughter.
Today we are here to prove to the world that you picked the wrong families, the wrong state, the wrong police officers, the wrong community.
Kohberger showing no reaction as he listened to heartbreaking testimony.
I couldn't be alone. I had to sleep in my mom's bed because I was too terrified to close my eyes.
Dylan Mortensen briefly saw Kohberger inside the house that night.
He tried to take everything from me. My friends, my safety, my identity, my future. He took their lives, but I will continue trying to be like them to make them proud.
One by one, family members addressing the court.
Maddie was my only child that I ever had.
Others lashing out at Kohberger.
You're gonna go to hell.
If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, in the middle of the night, like a pedophile, Kaylee would have kicked your ass. Thank you.
Kohberger was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole and opted not to address the court.
I respectfully decline.
The judge calling him a coward.
The time has now come to end Mr. Kohberger's 15 minutes of fame.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And Kohberger will most likely spend the rest of his life at the Idaho State Maximum Security Prison. The facility in Kuna, southwest of Boise, can hold up to 535 of the most dangerous and volatile inmates. Some of them spend 23 hours a day in a cell. Prison officials say inmates serving life sentences are often the, quote, easiest to manage because they know the prison is and always will be their home. For the latest updates and for full coverage of yesterday's sentencing, just head to KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:34.
Oh, we are heating up again today. It was a toasty one yesterday.
It was. It got a little bit warm compared to the last few days. We kind of got used to the dreariness, the cool weather. Now, all we're seeing, by the way, brand new camera for you from Idaho DEQ.
Oh, thanks, folks.
Potlatch is down there somewhere. But we are, seeing a little bit of haze this morning. We'll talk about some hot weather and some windy weather, too, coming up.
Oh, and hi, One Spokane Stadium.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
It's a good day for a drive. Great day for a deal.
Perfection Tire carries a full line of Cooper tires with advanced safety features, warranties, and competitive pricing.
Save even more with Cooper Tire rebates going on now. Nobody beats perfection.
Have you seen the Nissan lineup lately? If not, it's time to take a look at Coeur d'Alene Nissan. From the sporty Sentra to the versatile Rogue and the rugged Frontier, Coeur d'Alene Nissan has got something for every need and budget.
Right now, get the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder with 0% APR and $1,000 bonus cash. It's built for adventure and loaded with towing power.
Take a closer look at Nissan's top-of-the-line technology and impressive styling. Nice cars, nice people, Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. We're celebrating, and that means the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend when you liven up your living room. Dazzle with an all-new dining room, embellish and beautify your bedroom, and supercharge your sleep life with a new mattress. And furnishing your home has never been easier with 48 months no-interest financing. That's right, no interest for 4 years. The anniversary sale, on now at Furniture Row.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
At Perfection Tire, we believe in more than just great tires.
We offer free services with every tire purchase, extending the quality and life of your vehicle.
Trust Perfection Tire for our lowest prices and easy credit. Nobody beats perfection.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome back. It's now 6:38. It's thrilling to have a close encounter with a wild animal, but it can also be dangerous. It doesn't have to be something big like a moose, a cougar, or a bear that could hurt you or even kill you. It could be as small as a bat. You may not see bats often, but they're around and they're important. Each night, they can eat their body weight in insects, numbering in the thousands. That's great for farms, gardens, and homes, but not great. Bats are also the most common carriers of rabies.
Almost 100% fatal all the time, so very few people have ever survived it.
Sandy Phillips and her team at the Spokane Regional Health District identified one case of a rabid bat this summer in Spokane County. There was one case last year, too.
I was not looking for, an experience with a bat.
Amy Edwards was cleaning off her deck last Labor Day in Eagle Ridge and moved some patio furniture cushions leaning up against the outside of the house.
I am just, wiping them down in bare feet And the next thing I know, I'm like, there's something on my foot. And I move the cushion, and there was the bat on my foot, on my bare foot. So, of course, I freaked.
Yeah, of course.
And I kicked it off and then ran through the house.
Once she calmed down, Amy watched the bat for a while from inside the house. And you can see from this video she took, something was off.
It was just moving slowly. It really was out of sorts. Yeah.
A neighbor boy came over with gloves and a little cage and captured it. Then she called the health district.
I don't know if it bit me because it was so quick. And I guess their teeth are so small, you don't even realize. So she suggested I went to the ER immediately.
The bat tested positive for rabies, so Amy had to begin a specific protocol.
It is several shots around the location where you might have been exposed. So it was about 20 shots on my foot.
That was just the first round. She had to go back 3 days later, then another 7 days, and finally 14 days later for more shots.
So the process was kind of lengthy, but you know, the survival rate is less than 1%, so.
Worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Sandy Phillips said Amy did the right things, and she wants you to have a basic understanding of the risks and how to prevent rabies exposure. Even though it's rare, it needs to be taken seriously. The Spokane Regional Health District wants you to share this information with your family. Do not handle wild animals, especially bats. Teach children to never touch or handle bats, even dead ones. Have a child tell an adult if they find a bat at home, school, or with a pet. Make sure your pets are vaccinated against rabies in case they tangle with a bat. Other animals can have rabies too, like raccoons, skunks, and foxes. If you keep windows open, especially at night, make sure you have screens that are intact. Bats can get through really small holes.
If you're sleeping and then you wake up, your door's closed, you wake up to find a bat in your room, that would be concern because especially if you're a really heavy sleeper or don't wake easily, or if you have, say, a child or a disabled person in your home, you might not see a bite or a scratch. Tiny, tiny little teeth and little claws.
You always hear about rabies, but I think until you experience something like that, you don't really understand that it's a very, very serious disease.
And what do you do if you find a bat? Well, if it's at night and it's doing normal bat things, don't do anything, just leave it alone. If it is daytime and you encounter a bat that's behaving out of the ordinary, don't touch it. Call the health district for instructions. You can also check out its website. There's a lot of really helpful information there. We have a link to it in this story that'll be posted on KXLY.com.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What a wild story there. And you talk about how serious rabies is. When I guess if you don't know that you've been bit, are there any first symptoms that you should be looking out for? What happens if it gets too far along?
Well, and that's the crazy thing. They say once you experience symptoms, sometimes it is too far along. What happens is you'll feel like flu-like symptoms at first, then it progresses and gets very, very dangerous. Rabies attacks the central nervous system, so it starts shutting things down. You will start hallucinating. You might go into a coma and die. So don't take it lightly.
Not worth the risk. Less than 1% survival rate.
Yeah, very scary stuff.
Wild.
Matt?
Well, that's going to live in my nightmares for today. Goodness. Well, you know what? I'd say that's the mark of an important story. If it's making me think too long about it, and now I have to figure out how to get to sleep. Hot and breezy Thursday, long stretch of warm, dry weather. Your forecast coming up here in a little bit.
I agree. Very, very important stuff, but also really creepy. It is now 6:43.
The fentanyl crisis claims an unlikely victim, an 8-week-old puppy in Olympia. How first responders used Narcan to save this dog's life, and the charges his owner now faces. It's coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The selection and savings have never been better at Finley Downtown Toyota. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, Finley is launching the most aggressive deals of this summer with incredible financing options and hot lease specials.
And if you need extra money for your trade-in, we're giving $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book for every trade-in.
You can find it all this week at Finley.
Finley Toyota's downtown.
Choice Hotels gets you more for your money, so you can maximize any vacation from the second you log off. Getting rooftop cocktails at the Cambria Hotel. Yes. Need anything, email Janet.
Janet.
But there is no Janet.
Even better. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Cream on the left, one more episode. Cream on the right, we crushed the whole series. Yes! Oh, that was really good. Oreo, stay playful.
At Coeur d'Alene Nissan, the Rogue is ready for wherever life takes you. It's the crossover with advanced technology and loads of room. Luxury comfort, perfect for cruising around town, long weekend trips, and everything in between. And with the Pro Pilot Assist, the Rogue helps drive for you. Hands-free, feet-free, worry-free. Take a test drive at our beautiful dealership just off Highway 95. Nice cars, nice people, Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your chance to give back and your safety check. Whoa. All at an incredible value. It's more than an SUV. It's your Equinox.
Qualified lessees can get this 2025 Equinox all-wheel drive for around $299 a month. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
And the princess never felt the pee as the Summit made for a perfect night's sleep.
What was it like before? Never a mattress?
30 years ago, getting a mattress was pretty scary. Middlemen hawked spring-filled slabs, hardly fit for a dog, at prices like you wouldn't believe. And you'd barely sleep, what with bad foam and even worse support. But then Denver Mattress came to town. They promised a better night's sleep, and they delivered. And it still holds true to this day. Denver Mattress. After 30 years, still the easiest way to get the right mattress.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:46. Meta, the owners of Facebook and Instagram, have revealed new safety measures to protect kids and teens online. Some of the new features for direct messaging that provide more context about the accounts that they're engaging with. The goal of this feature is to make it easier to determine if someone is a scammer. There's a new block and report option where both actions can happen at the same time. Meta says some features were implemented in June and teens have already used them to block and report millions of accounts. Now, earlier this year, Meta says it removed close to 135,000 Instagram accounts for sexually related offenses.
A puppy in Olympia was revived with Narcan following an exposure to fentanyl. It happened last week when police were called for a medical evaluation of a woman who'd been stopped by police. That's when they found this little thing, 8-week-old Chiweenie mixed puppy, unresponsive inside the vehicle, and they found fentanyl present. The paramedic administered a small dose of Narcan to the pup. It woke up within minutes, and officials say even began licking people. The puppy, now known as Lazarus, will be up for adoption soon. The dog's owner was arrested for animal cruelty charges.
I might have to drive to Olympia to go get Lazarus.
I bet he's already spoken for, if I were to guess.
He's so cute. Glad he's okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, here is a live look over our beautiful riverfront park. A gorgeous start to our day, really gonna heat up today.
Yeah. And hey, if you're looking for a nice way to cool down, you can do it by stopping by any of our local Dutch Bros coffee stands to help support kids in our area. You can see they're already hard at work there.
Yeah.
Today is Miracle Coffee Day. It's put on by Dutch Bros and Numerica Credit Union. So $1 from every drink sold at our Spokane area Dutch Bros today will be donated to the Spokane's Children's Miracle Network, staying right here in our community. They're hoping to raise $10,000 today with all the drinks sold, but of course you can donate more if you're driving through those drive-thrus.
They won't mind if you do that.
No.
I will take an iced white coffee, Logan, since our photojournalist Logan's on scene.
Sugar-free Golden Eagle.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. What you got? Throw your order in there.
An iced mocha?
Okay. Boom. Done and done.
I don't know if he's going to be listening. He's kind of busy.
It's okay.
It's true.
It's okay. I'll message him right now.
We got Venmo, Logan.
Can you tell we drink a lot of coffee here in this desk?
Just a little bit.
Not at all. All right, let's take a look here at your weather for today. It is going to heat up a little bit, so, stay hydrated, my friends. It is going to be a lot warmer than what we have seen over the better part of the last week. We've had yesterday, which is in the 80s, and then last Friday we had highs in the 80s. Other than that, we've either been in the 70s or 60s. I know. Kind of crazy, but that is how things are going here, or at least upper 80s is what I'm saying. We've had some days, mid 80s, about average temperatures. 60 right now in Spokane, 58 rather in Coeur d'Alene. Let's take you through your day. We'll be up into the 80s much quicker than we have been recently, so expect by 11 or noon, winds are going to pick up here as well out of the south-southwest at about 10 to 15 miles an hour as we go through the afternoon. And we'll be ending up in the upper 80s and staying there for a good portion of the afternoon. Speaking of which, with our highs right around 90 degrees. So combine the breeziness with the warmth, and it is definitely going to feel a lot more like summer than it has over the past few days. Gusts are not going to be strong enough around the region to force us to put out any fire weather alerts, but it is a little gusty for the afternoon, and it is much warmer, especially in the Columbia Basin. So time to get back into fire season mode, because we've been able to kind of relax a little bit with the rain and the clouds and the cooler temperatures, especially when we got this past week started. Here's what we got for our highs elsewhere. 96 in Grand Coulee, 95 in Moses Lake. Omak hits 94. They hit close to 100 degrees in Lewiston. St. Mary's also up to right around 90 degrees. Let's look at your extended forecast. We have a really nice weekend setting up here for Saturday, for Sunday. Mid 80s as we cool off temporarily, but then the heat really starts to get going into next week. The dog days of summer. We're talking about middle and upper 90s as we get into next Tuesday and next Wednesday.
Oofta. That's hot.
Yeah. It's going to be quite the change.
Yeah, get that AC cranked. Thanks, Matt. Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:50.
Your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Thursday morning. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
It's our July 4th month-long sales event where you'll find new Sierra 1500s with savings up to $15,250 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
When you visit the LC Valley, you'll do more than just get away. You'll relive the history of explorers who traveled through this region, and you might even make a splash of your own. See educational exhibits of Lewis and Clark and immerse yourself in an authentic cultural experience. Unwind and savor the flavor in the Northwest Discovery destination. Your adventure awaits.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
When this happened to me, I called All-Star Auto Glass. All-Star's money stays in the Northwest. SafeLight sends money to shareholders in Europe. All-Star supports the local economy. If this happens to you, call All-Star Auto Glass.
It's our July 4th month-long sales event where you'll find new Sierra 2500 HDs with savings up to $14,000 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Your time is 6:53. It's time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint.
Clear skies and a bit of a breeze. Not a bad combo for your Thursday. We got meteorologist Matt Gray in your first alert forecast.
We begin with breaking news of a house fire in Meade. Firefighters arrived to find flames on the outside of a house at Chatham Avenue between Wilson and Sheridan around 2:30 this morning. Fire District 9 officials tell us working smoke detectors alerted the family inside. Everybody got out safely. At this point, they don't know what started that fire.
And it's going to be the hottest day this week as we see temperatures head back into the 90s. By lunchtime, it is going to be considerably hotter than it's been for the last several midday hours with temperatures in the mid-80s. Speaking of mid-80s, those will be our highs for the weekend. That means some beautiful weather through Sunday, but once we get into Monday, we're going to see things really start to heat up.
Today is quadruple killer Bryan Kohberger's first full day of his life sentence. Just a few hours after yesterday's sentencing, Moscow police started releasing new case documents, including an interview with a former teaching assistant who worked with Kohberger at Washington State University. The TA called Kohberger intelligent but selfish and said he used his role to interact with female students and often talked about wanting a girlfriend.
Another document outlines an interview investigators had with a woman who matched with Kohberger on the dating app Tinder. She told investigators they chatted and he asked her what she thought was the worst way to die. When she said by knife, he responded like a K-bar. She stopped talking to him, saying his questions made her uncomfortable.
Kohberger will likely spend the rest of his life here at the Idaho Maximum State Security Prison. The facility in Kuna, southwest of Boise, can hold up to 535 of the most dangerous and volatile inmates. Some of them spend 23 hours a day in a cell. Prison officials say inmates serving life sentences are often, quote, the easiest to manage because they know that the prison is and always will be their home. For the latest updates and for full coverage of yesterday's sentencing, head on over to KXLY.com.
A judge sentenced a Moses Lake man to more than 37 years in prison for shooting at Grant County deputies in 2022. Robert Gwynn pleaded guilty to first-degree assault with a firearm and second-degree assault. In July of 2022, deputies responded to assist bail bondsmen trying to arrest Gwynn just north of Moses Lake. When deputies confronted Gwynn, he began shooting at them. They arrested him.
It's been 1 week since Sarah Doxey, COO of Chaz Health and mother of two, was killed in a hit and run while running. A 17-year-old Spokane teen is accused of driving the SUV that hit her. He pleaded not guilty to vehicular homicide, assault, and other charges yesterday morning. Police say he ran from the crash and appeared intoxicated. So far, he has not been charged as an adult.
Starting in September, people in North Idaho and Eastern Washington will lose access to books from 27 libraries. The Cooperative Information Network, or CIN, is breaking up after 14-member libraries vote to end their partnership. Some worry this decision will limit what books people have access to, especially communities with smaller libraries. The end of this program does not mean you cannot access libraries in other districts. It just means that after September 30th, you may have to pay for that access.
The Trump administration recently released funding at Froze for summer and after-school programs, but the future of these programs is still up in the air. Communities in Schools of Northeast Washington operates summer programs at 10 different elementary schools in Spokane County. It says more than 1,000 kids get free meals through this program and that parents get free daycare during the summer and during the school year. The Trump administration's budget proposal for next year includes reducing grant funding for those programs.
2/3 of Americans who use Medicaid believe a new budget law will hurt their families. The KFF health tracking poll released today finds that 65% of Americans on Medicaid say the sweeping tax and budget law that President Donald Trump signed this month will hurt their families. Only 1 in 5 say they think it'll help. Perceptions of how the law will affect families vary by political party. Most Democrats and more than half of independents say the bill will mostly hurt them, while just more than half of Republicans say it'll help. For more details on what this could mean for families, tune in to Good Morning America starting at 7 o'clock.
And here's a live look at the Dutch Bros here, where it is Miracle Coffee Day. Go swing by. Get $1 donated to help local Spokane kids here. It's a great way to start your day. And we'll be checking in with Matt Gray with the weather after this.
It's the All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring and Design. This is where we offer big savings on our American-made flooring, like our Pet Perfect and Color Wall fashion carpets. Plus, we'll install as many rooms as you want for $17.76 in celebration of our independence. Plus, all military and veterans can save an additional 5% off. It's a great time to upgrade your home during our All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring.
There's magic throughout the universe. And some places have more than others. There's magic inside, everywhere. There's no place like Wonders of the World. There's magic inside.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors. 24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Well, we got a break for a couple of days, but we're back to hot and hazy conditions around the inland Northwest for your Thursday. Highs will be up around 90 degrees. It's still within a few degrees of average, so not super hot, but hey, 90s are 90s. As we head through the weekend, cooling off just a little bit. Should be very comfortable for Saturday and Sunday. Hot weather next week.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us right here on Good Morning Northwest. Stay cool out there today.
Yeah, it's going to be a toasty one. We sure appreciate you joining us this morning for our Good Morning Northwest. We hope to see you throughout the morning on GMA. And don't forget, pop on over to a Dutch Bros today. All the money stays here locally to help Children's Miracle Network.
Get 2 drinks.
Ooh, yeah.